Hi, my name is Kyuri, and I will be teaching a modified primary series today. It's going to be a great practice for beginners. We're going to do 3 counts of breath rather than the traditional 5, and we're going to start with our opening mantra. So it's going to be call and response. Inhale, exhale, Om. Inhale. Om. Vande Guranam Charanaravinda Sandarashita Svatma Sukhababode Nishriyase Jangalikaimane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shanti Abau Purushakram Shankha Chakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirasam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Inhale, exhale, Om. Om. Starting with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step both your feet back into that high plane, getting straight into it, Chaturanga Dandasana, whether you want to take it half on the knees or full. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, inhale. Exhale, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, all the way at the top, hands up, look up high, reach. Exhale, Samasti Tihi. That was number 1. 2 more to warm up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, hands down, hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here. Fingers are planted nice and wide onto the mat, pressing down into the fingertips and the top knuckles of the palms. Rotate your biceps forward so that you can really broaden the tops of the back. Draw your ribs in and your hips high as you ground the heels behind you, lengthening throughout the entire back side of the body. 1 more breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise all the way to the top. Hands up, look up high. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasti Tihi. Number 3, inhale, rise up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step it back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Remember, fingers wide, heels ground, hips high. 2 more. Wonderful, last one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to the top, hands up, look up high. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasti Tihi. Surya Namaskara Beast, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, hop it back, high to low plank at your ready. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, 3 breaths here. And just a gentle warning for the people that are jumping from their forward fold to their chaturangas, make sure that when your feet touch ground, your elbows are bent so that your shoulders aren't taking the load of the blunt of the weight when your feet land. So it's just be gentle on the shoulders. 1 more breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop or step towards the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Nice and strong as you lift back up to chair pose. Exhale, up to standing, Samasti Tihi. Good. For the last 2, we're going to add the warrior 1. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump it back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Your right foot is going to step forward to meet the hands. Rise up, Virabhadrasana, warrior 1 on the right. Exhale, both hands back down towards the earth. Send your right foot back to meet the left. Take your plank high to low, and you always have the option to skip. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, meet me in downward facing dog. For every right, there's a left. So left foot forward, right foot pivots down 45 degrees, rise back up, 1 breath. Warrior 1 on the left, inhale. Exhale, both hands back down towards the earth. Send your left foot back, high to low plank at your ready. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Inhale in. Exhale out. 1. 2. 1 more. 3. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, all the way up to standing, Samasti Tihi. Good. Last one with the warrior 1. Inhale, rise up to chair pose. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back or hop it back to your chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right foot forward, rise with your breath. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, both hands back down towards the earth. Send the right foot back, high to low plank, or you can always skip and meet me in downward dog, but if you have it, inhale, upward, and then exhale, downward. With your breath, left foot forward, rise up, inhale. Yes, exhale, both hands back down towards the earth. Send it back, high to low plank on that same exhale. Inhale, upward. Exhale, wonderful, downward. 3 breaths, last 3. 1. 2. 3. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, hop, or step. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, let it go. Root to rise, chair pose. Exhale, all the way up to standing, Samasti Tihi. pretty warm? Yes. All right, standing postures. You're gonna open up to your right. We're gonna come into triangle pose first. Rotate your right foot towards the back of the room. Inhale, arms up, reach forward. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, right hand down to your right shin, ankle, or the big toe, reach the left arm up. Yes. So unlike Krishnamacharya Patabi, Joyce likes to start everything on the right. So find your modification, hips forward, shoulders back. If you need a block, place a block on the inside of that leg and keep reaching that left arm up as you rotate that shoulder open. Good, last 3 breaths here. Good, 2. Good, 1. Use your core strength. Inhale, rise up. Rotate both your feet to neutral, and then bring your left foot out forward so that we can take Uttita Trikonasana on the left. Reach forward with your left hand. Exhale down to that shin, ankle, big toe as you reach the right arm up. Send your hips forward just a little bit more and your shoulders back. Good. Find that alignment as you breathe. 1. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. 3. Inhale, core strength, rise up. And then exhale, bring your feet to neutral, and then rotate your back foot again towards the back side of the room, and then rotate your left foot as well so that you're in a pyramid position. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Twisted triangle. Exhale, lower that hand either to the inside of that leg for easier, outside of that leg for a little bit more challenge as you reach the right arm up. Know that you can always use the blocks. Find the twist from the mid to upper back. Turn your gaze up towards that right hand as you breathe. 3. 2. 1. Use your strength. Inhale, rise up to standing. Neutral as you face the right side of the room. And then rotate over towards the front, coming to the left side. Good. Keep sending your right hip forward. Reach the right arm up this time. Inhale. And then exhale, bring that hand down to the inside for a little bit easier. Outside for a little bit more of a challenge. Reach the left arm up this time. Find that twist. And gaze up towards that left hand. The beautiful thing about asymmetrical poses is we are able to see the difference between our left and right side and where our strengths and our weaknesses lie. Good. Last 2. 1 more. Inhale, untwist, come all the way back to center, to neutral. And then exhale, step it up to the front. Samasti Tihi to reset. Good. You're gonna open up again to the right, but this time wider than you did last. We're gonna come into a warrior 2 stance before coming into our side angle pose. So turn your right foot towards the back of the room. Take a deep bend into that knee. Find that warrior 2 posture. Inhale here. And then exhale, bring that elbow to that knee, and then reach that left arm up overhead towards the back of the room. If you'd like to take it a bit further, lower that right hand towards the inside of that foot, reaching for the earth. And then create a straight line from that back ankle all the way to the fingertips that are facing towards the back room. For 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, rise back up. Good. Straighten out that leg, bring yourself back to neutral. You know where we're going, over to the left. Left foot rotates. Take a big bend into that left knee. Find your warrior 2 first. And then bring that elbow down to that left knee. Reach that right arm up and overhead. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it a little bit further, bring your left hand to the earth. Find length as you really reach that right arm forward. And drop your hips down just a little bit more to create that straight line. Yes. Last 3, your drishti, your sight is at your fingertips, your right fingertips. Last 2. Wonderful. 1 more. Inhale, rise all the way back up, warrior 2 on the left. And then pivot your feet so that you're coming back to a neutral stance facing the right side of the room. We're gonna come into your twisted side angle. So rotate your back foot out towards the back of the room. Your left foot's gonna follow. And this time we're in a warrior 1 stance in our legs. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale here. And then exhale, twist, bringing that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. And if that back foot being fully flat on the ground is uncomfortable, you could always pivot the heel up and find that lunge position in the legs instead if it's too much on the knees. Just keep pressing your hands as close to heart center as you can as you keep the elbows wide. Turn your gaze up toward the ceiling if you can't get there as you breathe. Last 2. Good, 1 more. Inhale, twist, untwist, come back to center. Good, and then rotate towards the right side, and you know we're going towards the opposite side, towards the front of the room. Warrior 1 stance in the legs if you have it. Hands to heart center, inhale here. And then exhale, twist to the opposite side. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee this time. Again, press your hands as close to heart center as you can. Keep the collarbones and your elbows wide. Turn your gaze up towards the ceiling if you can find your balance here. Last 3. The option to keep the back heel high is there as well. 2. Yes, 1 more. Gently unwind. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Find your neutral stance and then exhale, meet me back up at the front, Samastitihi. So between each of the standing postures, between the twists, we always meet ourselves back at the front. Yes, to a reset. Good. Now we're gonna open up again to the right, but take a wider stance and as wide as you can get it this time. And we're gonna come into a wide-legged forward fold. So pigeon toe your toes in just a little bit, heels out just a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows back, chest up, inhale. And then exhale, hinge from the hips as you lower yourself all the way down to the ground, lowering your hands down towards the earth. Fingertips are facing forward. Inhale, halfway lift as you flatten out the back as a gentle reminder. And then exhale, keep hinging from the hips as you lower yourself down. Good. 1. Good. 2. 1 more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips as you hold that stance. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. Exhale, arms out. Good. Inhale, hands back at the hips, elbows back, and you're gonna hold the elbows there this time. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. So find your forward fold, keep your hands as they are, but keep pulling your elbows back behind you, pointing up towards the ceiling, keeping the front of the shoulders nice and broad as you breathe. Yes. 3. 2. Good. Keep pulling those elbows back. Yes. 1 more. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, arms out to a T. Inhale, lace the hands behind the back, chest up. And then exhale, forward fold, arms up overhead. But see if you can find the arms up overhead with your palms clasped. So keep your palms touching. Maybe take a gentle bend in the elbows so that we're not hyperextending into our forearms and into our elbows. Keep relaxing the head as you breathe. Last 2. Good. 1 more. Use your breath. Inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Exhale, arms out to the sides. Last one, hands back at the hips. Rotate the elbows back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Peace finger and thumb this time to your big toes if you have it. Or you can just grab your ankles. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, pull yourself through it, elbows up. Okay, so this is the deepest modification of the posture. So breathe nice and big. Last 2. deeper. One more. Inhale, halfway lift here. Hold this position. Exhale, hands to hips. Core strength. Inhale, rise all the way up to the top. And then exhale, meet me up at the front of the mat, Samasti. So good, resetting. All right, we're gonna open up one final time, but it's gonna be for pyramid pose. So your feet are only gonna be as wide as they were in triangle. So open up to your right. And then your right foot's gonna pivot towards the back of the room, and your left foot is gonna follow so that both your hips can face the back. Good. Prayer hands behind you, or grab opposite elbows, whichever is most accessible. Take a big inhale, elbows up, elbows back, shoulders back, chest up, inhale. And then exhale, forward fold, chin to shin. And the reason I say chin to shin is because you want to keep your gaze at your toes, and that's going to help you keep a flatter back. Keep pressing your right hip back and your left hip forward. Yes. Last 3. Good. 2. Last 1. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Keep the arms. And then exhale, just pivot the feet over towards the front of the room. Inhale, chest up, look up. And then exhale, same thing, hinge from the hips. Find your pyramid on your left. Wonderful. Keep your gaze at your toes. Keep the back flat. Keep pressing your left hip back, your right hip forward. Last 2 breaths. Good. 1 more. Good. With your breath, inhale, rise all the way back up. And then exhale, release the hands and step your right foot forward, Samasti Tihi. Good. Shake out the wrists. Shake out the legs. We're going to come into our 2 balancing postures before we come into our Surya Namaskara C. So ground your right foot first, and then your left foot's going to come up, and peace finger and thumb are going to grab the big toe. So even if this is where you are, where you find stability, this is where you can stay. If you are a little bit more flexible and you'd like to take it a bit further, you can extend the leg, but only if you can do it, and only as far as you can with the back straight. If your leg is fully extended, take another deep inhale here, and then exhale. Try to bring your chin to your shin, but do it with a flat back. And if you can't, that's okay. Just keep it extended and find that long spine from there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, and then exhale, open it up to the outside. Move mindfully, move slowly. Yeah, wiggles and shakes are okay. And if you fall out, it's just about coming back. Find your balance, find your stability, and if it's too easy for you still, turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, bring it back to center. Lift it up just a little bit higher. And then exhale, release. See if you can hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Woohoo! Shake it out. Good. Ground into the opposite side. Pick up the right foot this time. Peace finger and thumb wrap around the big toe. Find your balance. And if it's here today, leave it here. If you want to take it a little bit further and you did on the other side, find that extension. If you're at your extension, you want to take it a little bit further. Inhale here. Exhale, chin to shin. Good. 1, 2. Last 1. Inhale, stand up straight. Exhale, open it up. Good. Even if it's just the knee. If you want, turn your gaze to the opposite side. Last 3, 2, and 1. Yes, inhale, bring it back to center. Extend the leg all the way out. Let it go. 3, 2, where's your breath? 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Woohoo, shake it out. Yes, so good. Last one, tree pose or any variation thereof. Ground into your right foot, and your left foot is gonna work as a kickstand. So you can start right at the ankle, and if this is where you are today, hold it here. If you wanna take it a bit further, up to the calf. And then like operation, avoid the knee, up to the thigh, if that is where you'd like to take it. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, half lotus is always an option. Good. So if you are at half lotus, grab that foot with the opposite hand, find your bind. Reach back with your left and grab the opposite elbow. There you go. Breathe. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Inhale here. And then exhale, release. Nice and slow. There you go. Roll it out. Good. One more side. You got it. Bring your left foot in, right foot out. Kick it out. So start at the ankle. Find stability first. Root down into your left foot. Draw it up to the calf if you have it. And even higher still up to the thigh if you need a little bit more. And then our final, our half lotus if you have it. So if you found your lotus on the other side, try to find it here. And then that right arm is gonna reach back and grab for the opposite elbow. Keep pointing that right knee down towards the earth as you open up into that hip. Last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. And then exhale, gently release the leg and the bind. Yes, any wiggling, shaking out you'd like to do so. Before we can get into our last flow and get into our seated postures. So at your ready, toes together, gap in the heels. Let's find our half of Surya A. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop or step it back, high to low plank, because we're not quite done with these yet. Inhale, upward. So strong, exhale, downward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or step. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. You're gonna inhale up to chair pose, so find your Utkatasana. So sit your hips back, maybe lift your toes up, lift your chest up, and turn your gaze up towards the fingertips. Good. Last 2. Good. Last one. Inhale here. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, your halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga Dadasana. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward. So just like we did in Surya Namaskara B, you're gonna right foot forward and find your warrior 1 on the right side, rising with your breath. So set yourself up. Arms up. Full expression of the posture if you have it. Nice deep bend to that right knee. The left outer edge of that foot is really pressing down to support that knee. Keep pressing your left hip forward. Arms are up, shoulders are down. Turn your gaze up towards the fingertips if you have it. Last 3. Good. 2. 1 more. Nothing about the upper body changes. Inhale, rotate out of that right foot over towards the left side so that you can face warrior 1 towards the back of the room. So you know how it's supposed to feel in the body. Deep bend into that front leg. Straight back leg, and keep pressing that outer knife edge foot of the right as you keep pressing your right hip forward, shoulders down, gaze up. Yes, last two. So strong, so good. Last one. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Good. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. So good. Last one. Good. Again, everything with the upper body stays the same. Just pivot the feet over, back towards the left, and then towards the right. Adjust your footing to find your warrior two, nice and strong. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, both hands back down towards the earth. Send your right foot back to meet the left, high to low plank. You have it. Inhale, find your upward. And then exhale, find your downward facing dog. Good. So we're going to both grab our blocks in our downward dog and place them under our hands. And this is going to help us with our jump throughs. So on your next inhale, look up. And then exhale, see if you can walk it all the way through to your seated. Yes, exactly. All right. So that is probably the number one killer in Ashtanga. It is those lifts and those jump throughs. So we're going to use our blocks for support today. So even if you want to just lift here and walk yourself back, and then do your entire vinyasa flow with your hands on blocks, that is a really, really great option to do that. But we're going to skip half of them today. So bring your blocks a little bit forward so that they're out of the way. And then bring your hands by your side. Press into the hands, and it's going to force you to sit up straight. Engage the legs by dorsiflexing the feet. Sit up just a little bit taller. Take a deep inhale, Dandasana. And then exhale, just gently tuck the chin as you lengthen the back of the spine. Good. 3 breaths here. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Keep everything in the lower body stay the same. We're going to do Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Exhale, forward peace finger and thumb wrap around the big toe. And that's going to internally rotate the legs. Inhale here. And then exhale, forward fold. So this is going to target more of the muscles on the outer section of the legs, of the calves. Good. And breathe. For 3. Good. 2. Good. And 1. Inhale, halfway lift here. Now we're going to do the opposite. Grab the outsides of your feet, and then you're going to bring your thumbs to the inner knuckle of the big toe so that you can externally rotate the legs. So now you're going to feel it more on the inner calves. Inhale here, halfway lift. And then exhale, hinge from the hips as you find yourself lowering. Good. So keep working your hands with your feet to help that external rotation. Good. And breathe. Last 3. Good. 2. And 1. Inhale, halfway lift here. For our final one, we're going to exhale and bring our hands to the tops of our feet, and that's going to force our toes. So it's going to be a deeper stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then exhale, elbows out as you find your fold. Last one. Last 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way back up to seated. Grab your blocks, bring them by your hip points. Cross your feet. Lift yourself up. walk it back into your plank. Take it high to low. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward. Good. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, same thing, walk it through. See if you can find a little bit of air time as you lower. Yes. So the counter to a forward fold is Purvottanasana. So it can be done in two ways. It can be a full reverse plank, toes down, hips up. If it's really hard on the shoulders, you can rotate your hands out, and that's going to alleviate some of the weight from the front of the shoulder. And if that is still too much, you always have the option of bringing your feet to the ground and doing a reverse tabletop instead. So find your variation and modification that works best for you. Inhale, lift up. And find your 3, 2, and 1. Good, inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way back down to the ground. Good, pose for pose, we're gonna jump it through. Bring the blocks back by the sides, lift yourself up, cross the legs, walk it back. Take it high to low. Inhale, find your upward. So good. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it through, find some air time. Exhale, lower. Yes. Good. You're gonna keep your right leg extended, and you're gonna bring, left leg extended, your right foot's gonna come into your inner thigh for a half lotus. So just like we did in that variation of tree pose when we were doing standing, this is where we can work on the bind. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate yourself towards that bent leg, and then see if you can grab that foot with the opposite hand. If you can't do that, you can always grab a strap and wrap that around the foot and grab that as well. So once you have that, rotate back over towards the front. Take a big inhale as you reach the left arm up, and then exhale, find your forward fold. So even if you don't have the bind and you just want to bring your right arm back behind you and put the back of that hand against your left hip, that's going to be a good variation. But find that deep forward fold, and eventually we'll be able to get this in our standing posture. Good, let's breathe for 3. Good, 2. And 1. Good, inhale, rise all the way back up to center, release the bind. Good, and then extend the leg. So we're doing half the chaturangas today, skipping the ones between the lefts and rights and just going between the postures. So take it all the way to the other side. Bring your left foot into your inner thigh or your half lotus, wherever you might be in your practice. And if you want to try for the bind, rotate towards that leg so that you have a little bit more give in that left arm. Reach back and grab that left toe, and then rotate back over towards the front. Once you have that, inhale, reach the right arm up. And then don't let that right leg is going to want to open out to the side, so keep it nice and straight as you find your forward fold. Good. If this is really tight for you, you can also place a blanket underneath the hips. You can place a block underneath your left knee, finding any modifications that'll help you feel good in the posture. Good. As you breathe. 3. Good. 2. 1 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the bind. Good, cross and lift. Find your vinyasa, send it back. High to low. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward. Good, inhale, look forward. And then exhale, jump it through. Find a little bit of float time if you can. So we're gonna get really strong in the arms. Tirayang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Mouthful. Don't even know what it means. That's okay. Right foot, and you're gonna bring it into half hero's pose. So this one might be a lot for some of us. So we have an option of always lifting our sit bones up so we can sit on a block, and that's gonna make it way more accessible. And if you're almost there, you're sitting on the floor, but this is really tight on your shins, you can also rotate that foot out towards the outside a little bit. Yes, you have to unscoot your left butt cheek open so that your sit bones are on the ground. And once you have that, inhale, arms up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Good. 3 deep inhales and exhales here. 1. Good. 2. Last one. 3. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come up to seated. Good. Be nice and safe and mindful as you switch sides. You need to shake it out a little bit before you go to the other side. Please do so. Take your left foot, bring it by your hip. You could always bring the knees out a little bit further if that's going to make it a little bit more comfortable. Again, foot out, sit on a block under the knee. Anything works. That's going to make this accessible. Yes. Good. Inhale. Yeah, it's a difference. Exhale, fold. Good. Breathe for 3. Good. 2. One more breath here. So good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come up to seated. Grab your blocks. We're already skipping half, so let's put in the work. Blocks by your side, lift yourself up, walk it back. High to low plank. Inhale, find your upward. Exhale, find your downward. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it through. Yes, so good. Janu Shirshasana. So we're only gonna do one Janu Shirshasana today. So you can bring your right foot into your inner thigh. And I'll give you the option since we're only doing one. You can either do the twisted forward fold in the Janu Shirshasana. If you want to go into Mahamudra and make it a little bit wider, Mahamudra is really wonderful for women. You can bring your right knee out farther than 90 degrees. Good, and then rotate over towards that left leg. Take a deep inhale here as you reach the arms up. And then exhale, find that forward fold. So it's just Mahamudra just deepens the twist a little bit. Good, but keep folding against that left leg. Prop yourself up with any blankets or blocks that are necessary to help you feel comfort and stability in the posture. Sthira Sukhamasana. And find your breath once you get there. Good, for 1. 2. And 3. Inhale, come all the way back up. Good. Exhale, extend the leg, shake it out. We'll switch to the other side. Right leg is extended, left foot is in. If you did the traditional Janu Shirshasana on this side, just mimic it on this side as well. If you took it past 90 and opened it up a little bit more, take it there. Take a big inhale as you reach both arms up. And then exhale as you humbly fold against your right leg this time. Good. Nice. 3 big inhales and exhales here. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Exhale, extend the leg. Take your blocks, bring them back by your sides. Always keep them close. They're your best friends throughout the entire thing. Lift, cross, send it back. High to low. Inhale, find your upward. And then exhale, find your downward. Champs. Inhale here. Exhale, jump it through. Yes. Good. You're gonna shake out the legs, you're gonna shake out the legs. So good. We're gonna come into Marichyasana. So you're gonna bring your right foot into your inner thigh, and there's gonna be a hand-sized gap between your thigh and your foot. Okay, once you have that established, you're gonna bring your right arm forward into the front of that right leg, and then you're gonna wrap it back behind you. So we're trying to find a bind here. Left hand reaches back behind, and see if you can grab your fingers, fingertips, any type of bind. If you need a strap, let me know. I can grab a strap for you. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, find your fold. Good. 1. 2. 3. 4. Good. We'll go to 5 for these ones. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the bind. Extend the right leg. And then you can bring your left foot into your knee. Good. Setting up for the other side, same thing. That one size space between the foot and the thigh. And then reach forward with your left hand this time in the front of that leg. Wrap it all the way around. Reach back with your right hand. See if you can grab those fingers. Find a strap if you need. Take a deep inhale here. Lengthen the spine. And then exhale, lower your head. Forehead to knee. Good. Breathing. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, unwind. Cross and lift. Find your flow. Inhale to your upward. And exhale to your downward. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale, jump it through. Good. We're going to come into Marichyasana B, but we're going to do it modified. So you're going to bring your right foot into your underneath your left leg, and you're going to bring your left foot up. Typically, this would be in a half lotus position, so we would basically be here, but that is pretty inaccessible for a lot of people. So we're going to start here. And just like we did in Marichyasana A, when you reach your left hand forward in the front of that leg, and you're going to wrap it around, find that bind. So that same bind, different leg variation. Take a big inhale here. Extend the spine forward, and then exhale. You can lower your forehead all the way down to the earth. Yes. Breathe. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, release the bind. Good, and we're going to take it to the opposite side. Your left foot comes underneath your right this time. Your right foot is up. And then you're going to reach the arm forward in the front of that right leg. Find that bind as you wrap it around. Reach back with your left hand, see if you can grab that hand. Good, inhale here. And then exhale, round it out. Dropping your chin to your chest, forehead down towards the earth. You should take 3 deep inhales and exhales here. Good. Breathe for 1. Squeeze that Uddiyana Bandha. 2. Good. 1 more. Inhale, come all the way back up to center. Exhale, unwind. Have the blocks back at your sides. Pick yourself up. Lift up, send it back. High to low plank at your ready. Any variation, you can even do it on your knees if you need to. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it through. Find your seat. Marichyasana C. So just like we did in A, you're gonna bring your right foot into your inner thigh. So that gap still exists. If you want it to be a little bit easier, you can always cross that leg over the left leg. We're gonna find the twist in the opposite direction. So find that twist, left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Have your right arm back behind you so you're supported and you can sit up just a little bit taller. Inhale here, and then exhale, twist. Good, we're gonna do 5 here. 1. Make sure your left foot is still really active, flexing the heels back. There you go. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good, gently unwind on the inhale. Good, uncross that leg. Then take the other side. Left foot comes up. If you cross on the opposite side, cross on the opposite side. And then take your right elbow to the outside of that leg. Good, left hand is back behind you. Sit up a little bit taller first. Inhale here. And then exhale, twist deeper. Good. 1. Is your right leg still active? Yes. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale. And then exhale, unwind. Come all the way back to center. Have your blocks. You know what comes next. Cross and lift, send it back. Take it high to low. I know you have it. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump it through. So good, we're gonna go into Navasana. Boat pose. So bring your feet up, and even if you're just here, this is okay. But have your blocks by your side. We're gonna do the lifts too. Just bring them right by the hips. Extend the arms. Find your sit bones so that you're not anywhere in your lumbar spine. And then pick up one foot, then the other. See if you can breathe for 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands on the blocks, cross and lift, 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Lift it back up. 2 more. 1. 2. 3. Good. Cross and lift. Woohoo. Yes. Extend. Last one. 1. 2. 3. Good. Cross and lift. And then send it back. High to low plank. Yes. So strong. You guys got it. Inhale, upward. So good. Exhale, downward. Good. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk it all the way up. Good. We're going to Upavishta Komasana. You're going to bring your legs out to the sides. If you need both heels on the ground, you can also rotate towards the right side. If the heels don't bother you, you can face the front just like you're sitting. So find yourself nice and wide. Make sure your toes aren't rotating back or forward. You're gonna bring your hands out in front of you. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Good, stay active through the legs and through the hips. Find the depths of your fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find depth. So find that subtle movement happening each time with each breath you take. Inhale, length. Exhale, depth. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Good. Slowly walk your hands up. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, walk all the way back. Gently bring the feet together. Bring your hands to your sides. Use your blocks. Find your flow. Because we're not quite done with them yet. They're definitely keeping us warm during the seated practice. And exhale. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it up. Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Good. Then from there, instead of just closing your feet, allow your feet to open and grab your ankles instead. And if your hips are really tight, you can bring your feet out just a little bit further rather than keeping them really, really close. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time until you find your nose at your toes, which is something that you might want. Maybe it's something that you don't. But breathe into your hips as you bring the knees closer and closer towards the earth with each exhale. Good, and find your breath. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, roll up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Your neck and your head are going to be the last thing to come up. Good. Slowly guide your knees together. Bring your hands back down by your side onto your blocks if you have them. Lift, send it back. Take it high to low plank. Inhale here. And exhale at your ready. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk it forward one final time until you end up on your back. Bridge pose. So, if you'd like to work into your adductors a little bit, grab a block and you're going to place it between the thighs, under the knees. And I want you to squeeze the whole time. Bring your feet as close to your hips as you can until you can grab your ankles. And that depends. And if you're finding pinching or any tightness like that in the low back, you can just scoot that foot forward once you find that lift. So whenever you're ready, tuck your shoulders underneath, creating a nice flat platform. And inhale, lift the hips all the way up. Good. Press down into the feet. Keep squeezing that block between the thighs. Yes, for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, lift just a little bit higher. And then exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Good. We're going to do that lift one more time. So if you need to bring the knees into the chest and do a little bit of apanasana to reset, you may do that. But whenever you're ready, find yourself, feet down, knees up, squeezing the thighs in, shoulders flat, lift the hips on your next inhale. If you clasp the hands underneath, you may do that. Where it's not comfortable, you can just grab the sides of the mat. Find your breath. 1. Keep squeezing that block. Put in the work. 2. 3. So good. 4. And 5. Inhale, lift that much higher. And then slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time, unclasp the hands. Good. Remove the block from between the knees. You can come into Apanasana, you can bring the knees into your chest, rock it out left and right or forward and back, whatever feels good. Good, and then we're gonna come into Sarvangasana or any variation thereof. So if you are not comfortable with your hips going over your head, you can just place a block underneath your hips and just leave your legs up towards the sky. If you would like to take it a little bit further, right here is where you will be. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, you're gonna bring your hands up to your hips and you're gonna lift the hips up higher, higher, higher until your hands are up into your mid-back. Just make sure that when you're finding your lift, you are not turning your head or compromising any of the nerve endings in your neck and in your cervical spine. And you're just thinking nice and long with the toes all the way up towards the sky. Good, and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower the toes towards the back of the room, coming into Halasana or plow pose. If you'd like to place your hands down towards the mat, if you'd like to place the hands and lower them down towards the earth, you may take any variation of the arms that is comfortable for you. If you'd like to keep them against your low back, you may hold them there. But breathe for 3 more. Good, 2. And 1. Good, inhale here. And then exhale, bend the knees, wear them as earmuffs, right by the head. Yes, or any variation that you'd like to take for our final 3 breaths here. Good, 2. And 1. Good, inhale, straighten out the legs. And then slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow, until you've made it all the way down onto your backs. So good. If you'd like to bring your knees into your chest, take a happy baby, or if you would like to take a forward fold instead, and Paschimottanasana is where you'd want to be as a counter position, you may take that, roll over to your side, come up to your seated, and find your forward fold. But if you are comfortable and happy on your back, and you'd like to take any other postures, whether it's Apanasana, bring your knees in and out of the chest, or you can take happy baby, bring your feet up towards the ceiling, extending through 1 leg at a time. If you'd like to take a supine twist in any direction, you may take that as well. Finding the next 5 breaths to your comfort and any postures that you would like to take before coming into our final resting place, our Shavasana. So breathe in and out as you find equilibrium. A little bit more balance between the left and right side, moving in a way that your body is calling you to. For our final 3 breaths. 2. 1 more. And then whenever you're ready, slowly make your way into your final resting place, our Shavasana. So this is where we get to settle our physical bodies and let it come to full rest so that we may leave, explore outside the physical realm and into that hectic, complicated headspace. And the reason we start practice in our gross body, so the obvious, the physical aspect of the practice, before moving into the subtle headspace, is because the physical body is more tangible to us. So as we check in, notice how the body feels, from the feet, up the legs, to the knees and the thighs. Bringing your awareness into your hips, into your core, your digestive system, your heart, your lungs, your rib cage, your chest. all the way up the spine into the different features of the face as you start to relax the face, soften the jaw, unfurrow the brows. And then bring the awareness down the shoulders, down the arms, all the way up to the fingertips, allowing the physical body to melt away, and the lines and the edges of it begin to blur between the body and the earth. And just notice the thoughts that come and go in stillness. The last thing that we want to do is cause more friction in the mind by becoming our thoughts or trying to stop them or discipline or judge ourselves for not getting it right. Instead, just watch your thoughts come and go like you're watching television or listening to the radio. So that maybe from the position of the observer, maybe we are able to discover something new. Because figuring ourselves out and figuring out our place in the world is a lifelong journey, and it is a daily practice. So settle and take a moment to allow yourself to fully be. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be guided from ignorance to truth, from darkness to light, and from mortality to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Acknowledging the spaces that you've been and where your head wandered. Bringing it back into the space, onto your mats and into your bodies. Starting with slow movements as we wiggle through the fingers and then the toes. And if a full body stretch does call to you today, just reach both arms up overhead and find length, and just notice the physical body pre and post practice. Understanding that exploring these bodies through asana practice and through movements, and to not get attached, understanding that we are going to feel different from our day to day. Bring both knees into your chest and roll over to your favorite side. Finding gratitude for the body that has carried us. Although temporary, it houses our drashta, our atma, our soul, our eternal self. And it helps us to explore the world around us. So rather than thinking, why could my body not do this today? Or finding judgments in those small paces, be grateful for the body that has carried you this far. Gratitude changes everything. So find one thing to find gratitude and gratefulness for. And then set one positive intention for yourself for the rest of the day before coming up into your comfortable time. Gently bring your hands to heart center. Allow gratitude to fill you up from the bottom to the top. Exhale all the breath out. And then inhale together, inhale in. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. 2 more like that, inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Last one, biggest one yet, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining us today, for moving through in a way that felt good for your body. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that was a great opening to the Ashtanga practice, and that I hope it builds strength and wellness throughout. And I'll see you at the mat on the next one. Thank you.